It's just over 24 hours until Novak Djokovic's court challenge gets underway in Melbourne, and the tennis star's lawyers have revealed the basis of their legal case, including that a recent positive COVID test was the grounds for the world number one's medical exemption. Live now to Sky News reporter Joel Philp. Joel, documents submitted to the court also say Djokovic was told by Australia's Department of Home Affairs that he had met the requirements for quarantine-free travel to Australia.
That's right. These court documents, which will make the basis of Novak Djokovic's lawyers' arguments in court tomorrow, say that they have written proof that he did get the all clear from the Department of Home Affairs, and that on top of that, of course, he had approval from independent medical panels. Now, they claim that the visa was granted without any reference to his vaccination status, and that wasn't important, and that he expressed shock, confusion, and in disappointment at the moment that he found out he was not able to enter the country because he truly believed he had met the visa requirements. Now, December 16 was the day that he supposedly tested positive to COVID and received this result from a PCR test, but it was on that exact same day that he attended a ceremony at the National Post Office in Serbia. Really, some stamps were issued to him to say congratulations for the career he has had. And on the following days, he attended an indoor event, a maskless event with children. So there's a lot of criticism that he's copping online at the moment as the public gain a broader understanding as to what has actually occurred in this situation. People think he shouldn't have done that if he had tested positive to COVID, although the court documents also state he hadn't had any symptoms in the 72 hours prior to receiving that test result. Meanwhile, in Serbia, there are still protests going on as they attempt to support their national hero. Take a listen to one of Novak Djokovic's family members, his uncle.
I would like Novak to participate because the Australian Open without Novak Djokovic is not the same.
Novak Djokovic is my brother, like my heart. Novak Djokovic means a lot to all Serbians.
Why?
Because when he arrived 15, 20 years ago, he was our light after the tunnel, after the dark time we had in the history. He brought so much to Serbia. He brought positive energy. He gave us hope.
And Joel, Australian Border Force has now finished assessing the visas of other Australian Open participants?
That's right, Kenny. That's what the Federal Health Minister, Greg Hunt, has just revealed. And we know that it was a European official involved in this situation, as well as a Czech player, Renata Voráčová. Now, they have both now left the country because their visas were cancelled under similar circumstances to Novak Djokovic. Take a listen to what the Federal Health Minister had to say.
The other advice that I have from Border Force is that their assessment of any visas relating to the Australian Open has now been completed, and 2 other individuals have now voluntarily left the country, as is the case that any individual who has their visa cancelled is entitled to leave the country at any time, even whilst they are going through a court proceeding.
Kenny and Ev now both left the country yesterday, but we know Renata Voráčová was staying in the same hotel, that detention facility, so it's called, as Novak Djokovic, because the press could see her from the street. Now, she is said to, from some Czech media outlets, local newspapers there, that she felt like she was in a prison and that the experience also felt like being in an action movie. Kenny?
Wow, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in court tomorrow. Joel Phil, thank you for that.